For some reason, I think my mic was extremely muted.
Okay. Yeah, because I heard you for like half a second, and then not again. What's going on, dude?
Not a whole lot.
Okay, my health is up to 13,000 some odd.
Well, that's good.
Almost 14,000.
How's Swtor treating you guys?
You know, we keep rocking back and forth between a totally legit WoW server, people that are watching us on Twitch, and playing Swtor. You know, I really like Swtor because when I play KOTOR, it feels like playing KOTOR, and it also I actually give a shit about the character. Like, I want to find out what's going on in the story. I like the whole having a companion thing with you and finding out all their neat stuff, and I really like it. Where in WoW, it's like, go here, kill 1,000 gnolls. Good, you killed 1,000 gnolls. Go to this next area and kill another 1,000 gnolls. Why are you killing all these gnolls? Who knows? Whereas when I go to the different planets to do these different things, you know, I don't know. It just feels like I'm actually making an impact on stuff and progressing a story.
Yeah.
Whereas in WoW, there's story stuff going on in the background, but my guy is just a really tiny part of it. You know, you hear about how, you know, a group of heroes managed to slay Ragnaros and yada yada yada, and if you did it, then cool. You know, you get to do it, and maybe you'll have a title or something, but other than that, the game doesn't know that you did it. Whereas, when I do something in here, everybody in the fucking game knows I did something.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's one of the things I'm really liking about it so far. Like, I've got two characters, two tanks. I got a Jedi tank and I got a Trooper tank. And, you know, I'm really enjoying playing the Trooper tank. But I was having a lot of fun with my Jedi, and I really want to finish that story off because I want to see how that goes. Same game, totally different story for that guy. Yeah, I'm going to the same places and doing a lot of the same things, but there's a story. And
supposedly, the Jedi Knight is kind of like what everybody counts as kind of like the spiritual successor to KOTOR.
Really?
Yeah, that's what everybody is like. It's basically like playing KOTOR. And by the way, when you get into Shadow of Revan stuff, guess what? You get a Sith as a companion.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they say that it's probably one of the coolest things that happens.
See, that shit that I like. So I'm just like I said, I'm just been really enjoying the game so far.
I just like killing stuff.
I do too. The PvP is interesting. You can PvP as a tank and not suck. Like in WoW, the only good thing about PvPing as a tank, and this was a very late edition, was tanks got something called Vengeance. Whenever they got hit, they would get stacks of Vengeance, which would increase their attack power. And so if I was a tank and I'm getting hit by a whole bunch, my attack power is going up, which is good because it helps me to maintain threat on the boss. And since all my gear and stats and gems and enchantments and everything are going to be geared towards not dying and holding aggro, it actually allows me to do some damage. And in PvP, I can do some damage if someone's stupid enough to wail on me first. But no one is. You see a dude with a
because they
shield.
know better.
Yeah, they see a prod pal and they're like, I'm just going to fucking ignore him. He's not going to do dick to me. Which makes sense. So, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of damage to him because I'm a prop pal. Yeah, I can stun him and I can interrupt him. That's annoyances. I'm never going to kill him. Yeah, and especially if there's a healer behind him, I'm never going to kill him. So, I'm effectively ignored. If I want a PvP, I have to do it as a Retribution Paladin. I have to do it as a DPS spec. I can PvP on my trooper as a tank. I've got skills such that, like my tanking skills, when I put it on a player, 50% of all damage from that enemy player is transferred to me, and that player is taking 25% less damage while I'm guarding him.
Yeah.
So that 50% damage that goes to me, I can suck all that up because I'm a tank. So if someone's healing the guy that's being damaged, and I'm able to take care of myself, or there's group heals and all kinds of other stuff going on, you're never going to kill that DPS. I'm guarding him. That DPS is free reign to wail on you, and I will too. But that DPS is free reign to wail on you. I've got there was another one, challenging call, where any DPS dealt to someone not me does like 75% less damage for the next 5 seconds. And it's a big AoE taunt.
Nice.
In PvE, it forces everybody to attack me. In PvP, it gimps everybody's attack rating that's not attacking me. So, it makes my guy, yes, you have to deal with me. It forces people to fight me, which I think is really neat.
Yeah, that's a pretty good take on it.
Let's see, where's my neural jolt. So it's a single target taunt, but when I do it, player targets deal 30% less damage when attacking anyone other than you. So if I have someone shielded, that player is taking 50% less damage, and if I hit him with jolt, that's another 30% less damage he's dealing to that target. He's never going to kill that guy.
No. He's going to have to literally go through you first.
Yeah, he has to go through me first. And I'm going to take a really long time to die.
Yeah. That's like PvP in here. Vitality warriors are apparently particularly the worst thing to have to deal with, just because comparatively speaking they have absurd amounts of HP, but still do damage comparable to a DPS. Not quite as high because they're vitality spec, but they can still do a significant amount of damage. When they're walking around with like 19,000, almost 20,000 HP versus a level 60 DPS is usually somewhere around 11k. So
it's an order of magnitude larger.
Yeah, and that's kind of how they've always been. Like I'm sitting, like at level 50, I sit around 6,000 or about 7,000, a little over. A Vitality Warrior would have been sitting already at like 11 or 12. No, I saw one like what, 14,000? Yeah, 14,000 at level 50.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean they were absolutely absurd with the HP, and they can HP regen. They can do all sorts of just nonsense shenanigans. Like they can smack you and regain 20% of the damage dealt as HP, and just 20% of their HP total, their max HP back, just like that. And with MP apparently. So,
all tanking.
Pretty much. Their warriors. There are lots of videos up of particularly hard fights being done with nothing but warriors, no healers, no DPS. It's absolute insanity when they do it. The guy's channel is entirely devoted to 8-man or 7-man and a scholar runs of particularly hard fights. And they don't die.
That's awesome.
Like I think they did one with they did an 8-man with Titan, and the only it was seven warriors and a paladin, and the paladin died. None of the warriors did.
Oh, that's sad.
Paladin got punted off the platform.
Oop. So that's how he died. It was insta-death.
Yeah, he insta-deathed. So they technically lost their only source of a cure spell, a pure cure spell. It's crappy from a paladin, but it's a cure spell.
Hey, something's better than nothing sometimes.
Yeah, they didn't need it at all. But now they've added in the ability to go in unlevel synced to a dungeon, so you can do solo runs of a particular dungeon that was meant for 4 people. So going into like lower level dungeons for like pieces of armor for glamour purposes, to and things like that. Yeah. They had one warrior that we watched that did. He pulled literally every monster in the very first dungeon all the way through, did not kill a single one, pulled every enemy all the way through to the end boss, and then killed the boss. With killing no other monsters until that point, and then turned around and killed like 50 or 60 things were just surrounding him, trying to kill him.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Because he went in as a level 60 in a level 15 dungeon. Dungeon pop. What do I get today?
So I saw you playing Dungeons of Dreadmore the other night. How's that going?
It's, good for a while and then it pisses me off.
So it's like playing Dark Souls.
Yeah, sort of. I was doing, because I picked up all the extra expansions and DLC that they did. Oh, good. This will be quick. I'm doing a duty roulette. I had no idea what I was going to get until it actually popped. But I was doing a quick run, and literally every floor I kicked open had one of the monster zoos in it. And they kept getting bigger. They kept getting bigger and bigger, and it was just awful.
Good lord.
I don't even run it unless I'm going pure rogue for the dodging chances, or pure warrior. I don't even bother with the magic.
Let's see.
Too squishy.
Yeah, I never liked playing casters.
I mean, I have no problem with
the only game I liked playing a caster in was Skyrim.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind casters, but just in that game, it's more of a liability than anything.
Mm. Oh, did you see in Crowfall where they're not restricting armor?
No.
If you want to be a rogue in chainmail, or a warrior in cloth, or a wizard in plate, you can do it.
I'm sure you'll take some penalties for it.
Yeah,
but...
there'll be penalties and some drawbacks and stuff, but it's not going to be, you just don't know how to put on this cloth item because you're a warrior and warriors don't wear cloth. If you're a warrior by wearing cloth, it'll help your dodge rating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your defense is going to be shit. If somebody connects with you, it's going to hurt like hell, but if you want to build your warrior in such a fashion that, you're going to be full dodge tank kind of warrior, like a samurai or ninja or some shit, then you can do it. On the same regard, if you want to be a spellcaster in plate, you can do it. Might take you slightly longer to cast a spell, or cost more mana to cast a spell, but fuck it, you can do it. Which I think is really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels a lot like how Ultima played.
These guys are Ultima, Shadowbane, just...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten that. That's why every time I looked at it, I was like, huh, this feels a lot like how Ultima did. And there's a reason for that.
Yep.
And I keep saying I keep saying how Ultima did. It's still active. It's still being played. That surprised the hell, actually.
I am so looking forward to this game coming out.
The fuck? That was weird.
What?
My stream just took a shit.
Yeah, it did.
Wipe its butt real quick. Let's go kill something. Are we done playing armoring or gear or whatever the fuck we're doing?
I think so.
All right. I'm headed to my ship. Awesome. I'm headed to my ship, and then I'm headed to Corellia.
Dude, there are so many Ahsokas running around.
What's an Ahsoka?
Ahsoka Tano.
Oh.
So many of them. I'm okay with it, though. I was gonna do the same fucking thing anyway.
Oh?
I was, but then I realized, oh wait, just wait for the genetic